What's up, fruity cuties with that booty? My name is Jeanette, also known as Ms.FitVegan. Today we're making raw tortillas. You can also make these into like crackers or chips. I'm going to make this into like a taco shell, and it's going to be 2 ingredients with an option for adding 2 more ingredients, okay? So I'm keeping it very simple. It's going to be corn and flax seeds. I would recommend you get the flax meal, but you can absolutely use flax seeds. The thing is, you want to ground the flax seeds before you do this. That will help with the process. So I also have option of adding lime. Okay, so I'm going to add 1 or 2 lime to it, just the juice. This is optional, and you can also add garlic powder, optional. But you only really need corn and flax seeds. Okay, I'm doing the golden flax seeds. You can absolutely do any colored flax seeds you want. And again, it can be the whole seed or the meal. I would recommend the meal. Here we go. All right, the first step, and we're going to be using a dehydrator. So this recipe is not in my book. But if you'd like more recipes that are super easy, simple, and delicious, 5 ingredients or less, click below. My book is totally free. If you want to support me and get it on Amazon, you can also get the paperback on Amazon. Okay, you ready? I'm so freaking excited. These are delicious. You're going to love these. Of course, you can also add salt if you need to. Okay, so we're going to do 3 cups of corn. You can do frozen corn, or you can do fresh corn. I do ask that it's organic. Okay, I ask that you use organic corn, but if you can't find it, don't freak out. Okay, personally, I'm doing organic corn for me, and for my piece of shit roommate, no, just kidding. She's not a piece of shit, but for my roommate, I got regular GMO corn. Serves her right, because you know, she's always keeping secrets from me. She's always, no, just kidding. She doesn't care. She doesn't care. And by the way, it's very hard for you to find GMO corn in the store because all the GMO corn goes to feed livestock, the animals that you eat, and the GMO corn also goes to making like cereals and like bread and crackers and all that kind of processed foods. So it's really hard to find GMO fruit or vegetables in the store. You know that something is GMO when you see the number 8 on it, okay? So 9 is organic, 9 is fine, 8 we hate. So you know those stickers on the produce? Right here, you see these stickers? This is a 3. A 3 or a 4 means it's conventionally grown, okay? So there's definitely pesticides on here. A 9 means organic, 9 is fine, 8 we hate, 8 means GMO. I will give you $10,000 if you can show me an 8. I've never seen an 8. I don't think you're ever going to see it because there's no money in produce. There's money in processed foods. You know why? Because produce goes bad really quickly and processed foods last years. So they can't really make money on GMO corn. So they don't sell it in the stores. All right. So everybody that's afraid of like non-organic stuff, just calm down. Whoa. All right. Let me not make a mess today. So when you're making a recipe, guys, okay, this is something I have learned. You probably already know this. You will always need to have some type of garbage close by, all right? So we need some type of garbage container, or else you go make a big mess like I just did. All right, let's continue. We are doing 3 cups of corn, and personally, I don't really eat too much corn, but I love it. It's sweet and delicious, and yes, you can eat corn raw, or you can cook it. There's nothing wrong with cooking it. Just put some avocado instead of butter on the corn. And if you need to have salt, then I would use Himalayan pink salt. I would also recommend you get into dulse. Seaweed is a great way to get the salt out of your system and break your salt addiction. And if you're interested, my course, my Food Addiction Freedom course, started on Wednesday, January 1st. But all we did was get to know each other. And then tonight, Sunday, January, I think it's the 5th now, we are starting Module 1. So if anybody out there has really wanted to join, this would be the time to join. I will leave the information below. And you just got to join before 6:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. And I'd love to have you. All right. We start tonight. It is absolutely the very, very, very last This is the last opportunity to join, okay? Because we're starting tonight, module 1. All right, boo. So we got this. Now we're trying to take all the little fibers off. And let me show you how we're going to cut this corn, okay? So if I have enough, I won't use the GMO corn for my roommate, because I know some of y'all just like got upset for no reason. Okay, so we have this bowl that needs to just be washed a little bit more because the dishwasher is not doing its job. Okay, we're going to use this serrated knife. Hold on one second. Let me just rinse this bowl really quick. Okay. And this is a really fun recipe because it's so simple. And yeah, it does require a dehydrator, but to be honest, you can definitely do this in the oven. Just put your oven at the lowest setting. I'm going to be putting the dehydrator at 115 degrees for 5 hours. If your lowest setting does happen to be 115 degrees, that's awesome. If not, put it at the lowest setting and then just check on it every 20 minutes or so. And you're looking for different textures. So for me, I actually want a soft corn tortilla, but you can keep it in there for longer so that it gets hard like tortilla chips. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna simply cut this corn like that. Cut it down. All right. And try not to, cut your finger off. That would not be good. And I also today wanted to talk about why some people fall off the raw food diet and some people don't. And the reason that I have not is there's many things. That's why I teach the course. But one of the biggest things is my mind. And so I convinced myself in 2011 that there's nothing to be afraid of. There is absolutely no nutrient that I cannot get. There is absolutely no downside to the raw vegan diet. And I think most of the people that fall off or like go back to eating dead animal body parts, they're living in fear. They're living in fear of, what could happen. They're taking supplements. They're being really, really careful with their health because they're very concerned that eating fruit and vegetables is not enough. Their family members are telling them, their friends, their doctor, they're watching vegan deterioration videos, and they're just living in a state of fear. And, you have to ask yourself, what am I afraid of? And what can I do about that? Because if you're living in fear, there's no way that you're going to be able to thrive on a raw vegan diet. If you are afraid that it's too much sugar, if you are afraid that it's not enough protein, if you are afraid that you're going to get a B12 deficiency, then you are doomed to get that. If you're afraid that something's going to happen, then if you're afraid of your own body, then something's going to happen, boo, because you cannot live in fear and love at the same time. Okay, you're either living with love and confidence or fear and doubt and doom. And I convinced myself. I read books like The Mucusless Diet, Healing System. I read the Nature's First Law. I read these books, Fred Bishi's book, Your Healthy Journey. And I got really confident in the raw food diet, and I truly believe there is absolutely no nutrient, vitamin, or mineral that I'm missing. I don't believe I'm missing B vitamins. I don't believe that I need to have the same B12 as every fucking dead animal eater. A 300-pound man and me don't need the same B12 levels. You have to know that there's a lot of B12 in feces, right? And so, like, poop contains B12. So if somebody has a lot of poop inside of them, they're going to have more B12 than somebody who is very clean and has minimal poop inside of them. Does that make sense? Okay? I have gotten over 20 colonics in the last 14 years. I eat a raw vegan diet for the last 14 years. I have a lot less poop than the average 300-pound man. So I'm not going to have the same B12 as him. So let's just, let's just use our common sense. And also, you can't get advice from people that are not living the lifestyle you want. You see, a lot of these people that are falling off the raw vegan diet, they get advice from doctors that are sick, fat and nearly dead themselves. They get advice from doctors eating dead animal body parts, and you cannot take advice from anyone you don't want to trade places with. Okay? So be careful who you take advice from. Be careful who you let influence you. And here we go. We're going to do 3 cups of corn. We're going to do this in the Vitamix blender. I'm not sponsored, but this is one of the best blenders on earth. I have no discount code. I just like to use it since literally 2011. I've been using the same one. And I've gotten it repaired, I think, 2 or 3 times. We're doing 3 cups. All right, my roommate got lucky. I got 3 cups of organic corn. But I did tell her I was going to put a booger into one of her hers. Okay, so we're doing 3 cups. We'll save that corn, we'll save that for the inside of the tacos, okay? Because we want to do like guacamole, salsa. We're going to put in some sprouts. We're going to put in some, lettuce, tomatoes, cilantro, things like that. Okay, so we got 3 cups of corn. And now, my boo, we are going to put in 1/4 flaxseed, all right? So here we go. All right. 1/4 cup of flaxseed. And then you need a 1/4 cup of water. Personally, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a little bit of water into here. And then I'm also going to sprinkle in, whoop, that's a little too much. Let me drink some of it. I'm going to open 1 lime, and I'm going to put in the juice from 1 lime. Now, please understand that your limes have to be this color. If your limes are this color, it's not ripe yet, boo. It's not ripe yet. Okay, so I'm squeezing into the cup, the 4th cup, measuring cup. I'm squeezing some lime juice in there. And I don't want it too strong, so we're just going to do 1 lime. I was going to do 2, but I think 1 is enough. All right. This is optional. We're going to put that in there. And we're going to blend it up just until it's nice and creamy and ready to pour on the tray. And then we're going to put in the dehydrator, and then we're done. Quick and easy, all right? See, this is a recipe that I can do. Now you can also put in whatever else you want in here. You want to put in garlic powder, you could do that. You want it a little spicy, jalapeno or cayenne pepper, you could do that too. Okay, so let's put on the blender. Always keep the blender on low to begin with, please. And then I'm going to mute you, okay? Because that's annoying. Hold on. Okay, so now we are done. And I mean, you can taste it if you want. Let me taste it. Yeah, it tastes okay. I mean, it's kind of weird, but it's going to taste good once you put it on here. Okay, so here's what I personally am going to do. I don't have any of these fancy tools that, you see like Raw Food Romance doing. So either you can do like pancakes, and then you're going to spread it out, or, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to do pancakes like this, or, okay, so that's that. Hold on. So now we're going to take, all my tools are packed up. I'm like, it's really difficult right now. I'm not going to complain about my life, but I'm living out of suitcases because I haven't been approved yet for my apartment. It takes 30 to 45 days, and it's been 35 days. Yeah, so we're just going to go like that. And try to make them as thin as possible, or else they're just not going to cook or dehydrate, whatever you want to say. All right, so you're going to spread it out. This is if you're making the tacos, but try to make them thin. Okay. And then for the other one, I'm just going to make a whole entire tray so that I can make it into crackers. Okay. And that is that. Of course, I'm going to show you what they look like in the next episode. So I'll put my dehydrator to 115 degrees for fucking 5 hours. Oh my God. So it's 4:30 now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Great. I'm having dinner at 9:30 at night. You see, this is why I can't be raw. Can't be raw because I need somebody to work the night shift in my house. You know what I'm saying? I need somebody to work the night shift so that I have my tacos ready for dinner. I wanted to eat dinner at 6, but I guess starting to make dinner at 4:30 was a mistake. So these will be dinner for tomorrow, clearly. All right, so that's tray 1. Does anybody want to work the night shift in my house? I can't with these raw vegans. Okay, perfect. So we're going to put that in here. And I heard the warmest part of the dehydrator is in the center, so you might want to do that. Okay, so I'm not an expert on the dehydrator, though. That's for damn sure. All right, now we got this tray. It's clean. It's just very, very old. It's like 15 years old. 14, something like that. Okay, so we're going to put this here. And I do need a spatula, but I don't have one at the moment because everything is packed up. So we're going to have to use the spoon. That's okay. And it's going to be so yummy. Now, you don't have to do this, by the way. You can just simply use romaine lettuce. That's what I usually like to do. Just use romaine lettuce as a cracker or as a taco shell. You know, for crackers, I usually use cucumber or red pepper, cut up peppers, stuff like that. But this is a nice little change if you need something crunchy. Now, add a little salt if you need it. Okay, if you absolutely need it. But I do not need it. I guarantee you my roommate's going to be saying these are nasty. She's going to need salt, so we'll add a little salt for her. But yeah, that is that. And we're going to spread this. We're going to cut these into little like tortilla chips. Dip them in guacamole. That'll be fun. All right. Make sure it's as spread out as possible. Okay. Okay. So we're putting that in the dehydrator. Like I said, here's the dehydrator, which I never bust out. Hold on one second. I have to remove one of the trays here. And that wasn't so bad. So I guess for dinner tonight, I'm just going to make a salad, a delicious ass salad with an amazing dressing, because this is not going to be ready for like 7 hours. So we're going to put this on. We're going to put it on whatever, 115 or whatever. I'll check that in a second. And then we're going to wait. We have to hear this giant, loud machine making noise for the next 7 hours. Worth it? We'll see. I'll see you in the next episode. And remember, get a place for your garbage so you can just easily dump that. And then everything's clean. And watch the Vitamix as soon as possible. And there you go. Love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.